This is, and today its final edge sanding is finished. Its total width comes out at, let's see here, comes out at just under 9.5 inches at the front truck. At the rear truck, it comes out at 9. It comes out at 9, like on the button. I'm gonna get out my old. This is how I do my putting of holes. This is how I do my length of the tail. I build little things like this, and I pull this together. You know, I gotta go get some equipment because I gotta put this thing somewhere so I can have two hands. Because doing this one-handed is pretty. Hey Luke. Hey Luke. Hey Luke, can you help me to film a video for the Internet Safe Place?
Yeah.
An UnWatchable, Midwest Blue Collar UnWatchable.
What happened?
So come over on this side.
Yeah.
Hold this thing for me while I do this here. So now, what I do is I take my tail length. This, he needs a wider stance on his board, and you can see in his skating because his feet come out outside of his truck beds when he skates, and he's on one of my 14.5-inch wheelbase boards. By the way, anyone that tries to tell you that you need a certain wheelbase for the size of your body needs a gnarlier wheelbase. I mean, you can skate anything. You could get on a small wheelbase board and really enjoy the doors it opens for you. You get on a longer wheelbase board and really enjoy the doors it opens for you. The different setups of wheelbases and things like that are for you to explore and enjoy. I think it'd be awesome if everybody went to the longboard section of your local skate shop and bought a longer wheelbase board. Most boards are in the 14s, 13.75, 13.8, 14-inch, 14.5-inch. Those are all on the wall all the time. In fact, they're kind of been pushing them out now because at the skate shop you'll find 13.25 or 14.25, 14.5 are more common now. To where my street models are on 14.5-inch wheelbases now. Wait, this guy's getting his done with I'm putting a 15-inch wheelbase on it. This is going to be controversial because it's so high tech. I know that a lot of people are going to say, Lou, you've made it too hard for us to make skateboards because everything you do is so high tech. I know, but this precision measuring device, actually I made this out of a piece of skateboard wood. And I cut this at 7 inches. And that way I can lay it down on a board here and I can look. That's good, I like that. You're doing good, Luke. I know that 15-inch wheelbase, look at this. You can see that it's gonna be slightly longer than 7 inches of nose. Now, here's the thing. A 7-inch nose is super good nose, but on a punk point, when you put a point on the front, if you don't bash off the front of your punk point, I mean, are you really living right? I judge that. No, I'm just kidding. I never bash mine. So this is a good nose here if I got my tail back there like that. This is not the normal 9-inch punk point. The normal 9-inch punk point is 9 here and 8.75 here. This is 9.5 here and 9 here. I believe that's what it was. I think it was 9.5, maybe 9.25. Indy 169, that's 9.1 inches. Or it was 8.9 on some of their series. They changed it up a little bit. So now I'm gonna center it. This is a highly precision machine. It's got a dial on it. It has knobs. These look dangerously sharp. It's got like little groovy teeth and things in it. Far too complicated for anyone but the most high experts to use. So, so don't build a press in your garage, I guess, right? Build a press in your garage and get to work. You're gonna love it. You're gonna make great boards. I believe in you. All right, so centering up a board is a funny thing. It takes very high-tech tools. I laid that one down, it was almost completely centered. And you're gonna get your caliper, that's what this thing is called. I centered this point right here. This is the middle of the truck bed where your wheel is. And what I'm trying to shoot for here when I'm centering up a board, these things are not going out into outer space, okay? So I go and I find the spot on my guideline, and that's good. And then this one falls short. And then what I do is I just cut that in half here, you know, I reckon it. Then I pull this one out to the guideline and I go to this side. Oh, and I'm on it. I'm on it. Now you say to yourself, why don't you ask Lou why he put this paint can here? This paint can is round and it sits right on the center point. There's where it touches, and back here it touches on the tail. And it creates a pivoting line, a pivoting spot for me to move this one around without moving that one around. To see that? So then, I know this one is now perfect. It looks like a piece of like Viking warfare shrunk down. Valhalla! I'm gonna just pick up the paint thing. Having created a pivoting point here, I probably didn't move it, but there's one way to tell. I go back here and I keep some light pressure and I just go to my point there. Boom, still perfect. Now I know that my truck beds are perfectly centered along the real center line. So the real center line is the center line after you're done edge sanding and all that hoo-ha. There's a lot of hoo-ha. Because when we're doing edges in here, we ruffle a feather or two on the edge. We did it on this board. Yep. And we had to and I'm talking about me, you know, and I had to be like, oh, I got to fix that on the sander. And anybody who gets any board from anywhere, don't start looking at your boards because you're gonna freak out at how many imperfections and stuff. One of the biggest imperfections and how I got this beautiful little hole in my head was that I was riding on a board where they were drilling with a big machine, and their machine was miscalibrated and it was off. And so my back trucks were a 1/4 inch over from where my front trucks were. And I went up and I wheel bit super hard, ate it in Bob's pool in Outer Banks, North Carolina. Bob, love it. Thanks for letting us ride your pool every time we come in. Fun story, one time we cleaned out Bob's pool. It was wintertime, we never skated it, we just cleaned it out. Biggest losers in skateboarding, these guys behind me. So now, and it does get a little technical because these guys like to wear out a lot. And I don't like hammers. On the first run, I like what these go. Oh, see, this it's wearing out. So let me see if I have another one. There we go. I got another one. Good thing I got to buy more. They're $4 or $5. They're like $4 at Harbor Freight, you know. And 1, 2, 3, 4. That's my back truck, and my front truck. I got multiple sets of holes, and I know my front ones are 15-inch. Boom, boom, boom. Now that puts a little divot in there, but if you're gonna drill holes in something, let me tell you something about drilling holes. It's a really fun thing to learn. The thing about drilling holes is that if you put a deeper hole, okay? Valhalla! Your drill bit will actually be guided by the hole. And I take these, and I just drill them. Just put a little bit deeper hole. Words matter almost more than anything in life. Why is everyone writing hateful comments right now? Keep them coming, internet. Keep them coming. My safe space. No, place. My safe place.
My safe place.
Oh, YouTube internet, you are my safe place. I, the special snowflake, thank you for your safety. Valhalla! And now we've got some deeper holes. This is Cameron's board. Okay, so that's too far away. So I built a high-tech system that nobody can build unless they're an expert. And it is that I built a super high-tech, calibrated, fabricated platform for this. As you can see, it's extremely high tech. And then I do my very best to get the spot. Okay, so that gives us our first run on holes. And then high tech. All right, that gives us our first run on holes. Then this is, okay, so this is like your grandfather's old drill. You know how old drills, they have like a smell. Smell that. Isn't that weird? It's a smell like the burning motor. They're so old. And I just go 1, 2, 3, 4 with a, this is a countersinking bit that I broke when I was building a half pipe. And it turns out it's like messed up and dulled in just the right way for it to be perfect on skateboards. And what am I supposed to tell you? That this is going to help to keep you from pressure cracking? Nothing can keep you from pressure cracking. You're dealing with lengthwise laminate, 2 plies lengthwise. When you get pressure cracking, put a sticker on it, all right? The question is whether your pressure cracking is leading to flexibility and delamination and like that. And that does happen. If that happens to you on one of the boards that Luke and I make, you let us know and we'll get a fresh one out to you as soon as the batch allows. We queue them up and we send them out. And yes, there might be a lag time because we're doing the best we can do and it's not as good as it will be. But our bolts on our decks don't tend to sink in as much as other decks. And someone literally asked me, they were like, Lou, is that gonna like mess me up that my bolts aren't perfectly flush? And I thought, oh, you sad, sad little moth banging against the bulb. So sad. And that's Cameron's board coming at him real soon. This is gonna go into this batch with these other guys. Gonna send it over to Luke for some sanding. Oh man, it looks so good on a wide angle. Oh, that's so dope. Look at that. Valhalla!